I'm going to move on to the last point then, independent learning. You're doing it alone. And it's the application and extension of what was learned, more than just handing them a worksheet and say, that's homework for tonight, please get it done. First of all, you want to be able to, before you release them to do that, you want to be sure that they really do have it right. Now, if you've done some of the other phases of the instruction, then hopefully you've got a good read on which students are struggling, which ones have it, and they're ready to just go launch off and work on it. But it also helps for you to be there, maybe, you know, if it's a math class, the first several problems, to make sure that the individuals have it right. So giving individuals time in class to demonstrate their competence is important. Like in your classes, it might be the product they create, you know, by themselves at the end, and you know, for that particular unit. Whatever it might be, they got their weldings done properly on those pieces of metal that were just random pieces before they did it all. So it's important that you have independent learning going on in the classroom. As Danny said, he started off with independent learning for each class. I tended to do that as well as a warm-up type event. Either it built off from something I wanted to make sure they understood from the day before, or it helped prepare them for what was coming up to kind of activate that knowledge in their head on the topic that they already know before you add to it later. That it's also a concrete experience for that individual to demonstrate their competence in the area. And that it provides a chance for them to, you to observe, but also for them to observe and reflect on their own performance. That they feel that they can do it. And another good point about this is that you're moving into, sometimes with the individual levels, into more abstract roles, more abstract thinking. And that's a good way for you to decide and assess whether they really did get it or not when they're able to extend out into less concrete thinking. And it can be also active experimentation. So this is where they take all that stuff that you practiced and they work together on, and then they're going to take it to the next step. So examples might be independent learning centers that are set up around your classroom for them to choose and move between. Sustained silent reading or independent reading is a great example of independent learning. Okay, you've gone through how to deep read a text, and now are they able to do it themselves? Writing to prompts. This happens in can happen in all subject areas, not just English. Conferring with a teacher or another adult where they're having a conversation about what they learned, and that person can listen and participate and assess whether they have the background knowledge that they've been working on to do with that. And I think that's what's covered with the concept of conferring. But they're choosing to, they're making the effort to fill in the gaps that they have, instead of you pointing them out and filling the gaps for them. So you've really transferred that responsibility to the student to do that for him or herself.